Hello everybody, this is Transit Genius, and I'm here to talk to you guys about service reductions that JBT has recently planned or probably will implement by summer. Here are some of them. Let me just pull them up real quick for you. Here's one of them right here. Route 1 is apparently getting a route change, eliminating service to Broad Street Park Avenue. Route 4 will service Broad Street, and service will be just cut to the bus station now. And the dock stopping center only. Here are the timetables. Take your time to read them. And now we're going to the next route. Here's the route proposals for Route 3. Take some time to read that. And there is the new route map. It will be eliminating service to Trumbull Mall. Routes 4 and 8 will only serve Trumbull Mall, and this bus will terminate at Main Street in Glendale instead. So where the 8 goes. Here's the new timetables. About that then. There we go. Here's the Route 4 they're talking about. Extending service to Waldemere and Broad Street and making the 4 go longer. As you can see there. Unfortunately though, this means they'll be cutting weekend service. As you can see right here. Here's Route 5, the new Route 5 they're planning. They're extending service further west on the Fairfield and Post Road to Kings Highway and Fairfield Blackrock train station. That's the new map is going to look like if they go through with this route change, that is. Which they probably will. Here's the weekday schedule, the new weekday schedule for the 5. Here's Saturday. And here's Sunday. Now we move to Route 6. Eliminating service to Trumbull Mall, and the route will still terminate on Main Street and Overland. No longer going to the Trumbull Mall, unfortunately. That's the map is going to look like right there. Here's the weekday service still. There's Saturday, and there's Sunday. Route 7 is probably one of the saddest with this case, as it might get fully eliminated from the route pickings. Route 8 is having service changes that are very bad, considering that every bus now goes to Main Street, the 3 and the 6. Bless me. Thank you. There you go. That's the weekend in the schedule. 30 minutes. 30 minutes on Saturday. And now 60 minutes on Sunday. Very bad, right? Route 9 will no longer run the 9B portion, as it will no longer go to Quarry Road. This means that going to AMC feeders in 1112 Quarry Road in Trumbull, Connecticut will no longer be possible by bus, and only possible by Uber or JBT Connect. Here's the new schedule for the 9. Hourly, and no change hourly. Here's Route 10's proposed changes. They're eliminating service on Hollister Avenue, Warship Boulevard, Garfield, and Hunting Spot Road, Benton Street, Wood End Road, and Main Street. The route will instead remain on Stratford Ave between Stratford and Beardsley instead. Now it's 60 minutes every single day. 60 minutes, 60 minutes. Route 13 is getting a very big change, or not a very big change, but it won't serve. It will not be serving Seaview Ave, Newfield Ave, Orange Street, and Central Avenue anymore, as it will just remain on Stratford Avenue. The route continues to service Central Ave normally between Stratford and Boston. Here's the new schedule for the weekday, the Saturday, and Sunday. Here's a route and schedule for the 15. There's that one for 15. For Saturday, they're eliminating service. And for Sunday, they're eliminating service. Route 17 might have the worst change known to mankind. More than 75% of the routing has changed. Major corridors that are now being served are Boston Ave, Capitol Ave, and Brookline Avenue. P.T. Barnum Partners will also be served, which I find to be a very bad pick. Because that means that the 17 doesn't serve right here, which this is right here. That is where the bus station is, right here. But they're not serving this anymore, they're just going to go around instead. Which might be bad for a lot of passengers, I think, you know? And here's the schedules for that. Weekday, it's every 60 minutes. Eliminating service again for Saturday. And no service on Sundays as normal. 19X to Monroe Turnpike and Stop and Shop will now be every 120 minutes. So every 2 hours. The weekend schedules stay the same. 22X is also getting the 120-minute treatment. The weekend schedules remain the same. The 23, which is not the 23X, I'm not sure why they wrote it like that, but it's also getting the every 2 hour treatment. The weekend schedule will remain the same. Oh, I forgot to show you guys something. Give me 1 second. This should be implemented by summer then. That's all from Transit Genius here. Sorry about all these bad updates. I wish they did not do this update to GBT as it kind of ruins the company. But apparently they're low on funding, so GBT does what GBT does. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.